Welcome to the Stoic Thunder podcast, taking an ancient philosophy for a 21st century test drive. Learning on the way. My apologies for being so absent lately. I've been lucky enough to have been on holiday. It was in the UK and we were all very much looking forward to it. And it having been our first holiday in several years, and with the effects of COVID, hopes were high that it would go well and be just what we needed. Having visited this place before we became parents, we had our previous experience to go on, and given its amazing natural beauty, it seemed like it would tick all the right boxes. We were on holiday with family, so with all the variables involved, it was going to be an adventure. We had taken the liberty of allowing ourselves to get excited, and our little one was caught up in the whirlwind of arrangements. We were priming her for weeks beforehand about the entertainment, the games, the pool, the arcades, and of course, the part we were most excited about, the beach. Stoically, I prepared myself, but I have to admit, I could barely sit still. Certain concessions would need to be made, and some aspects were going to be on the fly, which of course happens when you go away with a large group of people. When we got there, everything was pretty much perfect. The natural beauty took our breath away. The place itself was very clean, and we thought at the time very organised. It's like COVID hadn't even touched this place. Then we realised it had. Now, I won't bore you with all the details, and in the grand scheme of things, they really weren't that bad. Staff shortages had led to issues with certain events and activities, and given the issues, staff were often unable to reassure you of anything, as they weren't in the know themselves. Initially, it was a bummer. But of course, as the week went on, things straightened out, and whilst it would have been nice to have been informed beforehand, it was also somewhat to be expected. As grown-ups, we were a little bit more annoyed than the kids. They found other parts of the experience to be more than enough, and it reminded us that sometimes it's just the little things. Despite the letdowns, I reminded myself not to be surprised by inevitability. In short, this was a great Stoic exercise. So much out of our control, and seemingly at a time where everything has to be perfect to fit in with the idea of a great holiday. We had a great time. It was hectic some days, but it was exactly as expected in that regard, therefore no surprises. So being able to take the rough with the smooth applies in life, and especially when you're putting so much onus on things going exactly right, at a specific time, at a specific place. So I may have allowed myself to be initially a little miffed, but not surprised, and to be reminded that there is never any need to get worked up about things you cannot control. Marcus Aurelius.